Time is now 5:02. I'd like to call today's Utility Service Board meeting to order. The City of Bloomington Utilities' mission is to enhance the quality of life in our community by providing safe, sustainable, and high-quality drinking water, wastewater, and stormwater services in a cost-effective manner, promoting public health, economic vitality, and environmental stewardship. If any board member has any personal or financial conflict with any issues or individuals on the agenda, then please be sure to recuse yourself during those portions of the meeting. We will start off with petitions and communications. Are there any petitions and communications from the public? Moving on to the approval of minutes from the previous meeting.
I move we approve the minutes of our last meeting.
Second.
All in favor, please say aye. Aye. All opposed, say nay. Minutes are approved. Next, we have the approval of claims. We will begin with our standard invoices. Standard invoices for a total amount of $1,109,368.73. Are there any questions or comments on the standard invoices? Hearing none, do we have a motion to approve?
I move we approve the standard invoices for December 5th.
Second.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, say nay. Standard invoices are approved. Next, we have utility bills for an amount of $10,720.23. Are there any questions or comments on the utility bills?
I move we approve the utilities claims list for pay date November 25th.
Second.
All in favor, please say aye. Aye. All opposed, say nay. Utility bills are approved. Next, we have wire transfers for a total amount of $553,248.53. Any questions or comments on the wire transfers?
I move we approve wire transfers for December 2025.
Second.
All in favor, please say aye. Aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Wire transfers are approved. Finally, we have customer refunds for a total amount of $16,140.46. Are there any questions or comments on the customer refunds?
I did have a question. That customer refund for Hayden Flats was quite significant. What happened there?
That's a very complicated situation.
Okay, okay.
So Hayden Flats is the apartment complex on Rogers across from the golf course. And then when they were building it, we put a meter in, but there was a bypass valve that was on, so the water wasn't going through the meter. And then so we had to go back and make some estimates on how much water was actually used at the complex. And then to complicate matters, we asked them to put in a 12-inch service line versus an 8-inch service line. So we owed them money for the larger pipe, and so this is the net of the two things to give them a refund. That's the nickel story of it.
Well, that's quite different than closed account.
It is on a closed account. It is.
So, okay, great. Thank you.
Yep,
Thank
yep.
you very much for the explanation.
What's a lab test account? I've never noticed it noted that way.
We do testing for external people down at Dillman
Okay.
for water.
So they were all charged too much?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
I move we approve the accounts payable for pay date December 5th, customer refunds.
Second.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Customer refunds are approved. Thank you all. Item number 5 on our agenda is approval of consent agenda. Catherine Zager.
Good evening, Catherine Zager, Utilities Director. I'm presenting tonight's consent agenda totaling $57,658.75 for non-chemical contracts. First is with Dotlick Crane, Inc. for $1,800 to pull and rebuild motors at the South Central Booster Station. Next is with Bledsoe Riggert Cooper James for $24,320 for the relocation of existing sanitary sewer in relation to Bloomington Convention Center expansion project. Next is with City Glass for $10,000 for on-call window and door repair and replacement services. Next is with Todd Septic, NTE $15,000 for the amendment for an on-call service agreement. Next is with Brehob for $6,538.75 for the air compressor rental and removal at the Monroe Water Treatment Plant. Next is with JCI Jones Chemicals, Inc. for $1.48 per gallon for the 2026 supply of sodium hypochlorite at Dillman Wastewater Treatment Plant. Next is with JCI Jones Chemicals, Inc. for $1.48 per gallon for the 2026 supply of sodium hypochlorite at Monroe Water Treatment Plant. Is there any member who wishes to consider one or more of these items individually? Hearing none, if there is no opposition, these items will be approved as recommended by staff. Hearing no opposition, the consent agenda is approved.
Thank you. Item 6, request approval of Resolution 2025-23 on the disposition of solar panels. Catherine Zager.
Yes, Catherine Sager, Utilities Director. I'm bringing forward a resolution on the disposition of solar panels. These solar panels were extra solar panels from the solar panel project. The RDC would like to do something with them, potentially sell them. And this is saying that we are okay with them taking the authority to do that. They will be checking in with regular reporting to CBU on the status of the panels. Happy to take any questions.
Any questions for Pat?
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
Just curious, it sounds like we're involved, but there's other, like, city, like, it's not just us that are, sorry, I'm trying to figure out why we are putting on solar panels.
Yes, sure. Great question. So we were originally involved in the larger solar panel project. So there's solar panels here and at our plants. And so we have a stake in what happens to the excess solar panels because we help to pay for that project. And so that's why they would report to us how many solar panels they sold, and then divvy up whatever profits.
There are other city departments also involved.
Yes, and through checking in with us.
So when we declare these surplus, is that what we're doing, or are we just selling them?
No, so this is not declaring them surplus.
Okay.
So the RDC is basically going to manage getting appropriate compensation for the solar panels. And then they will give us fair reimbursement for solar panels that, depending on the portion that we paid for.
So they're not planning to do a surplus sale on these? Are they planning to try to do a market price sale? I don't know. That's what I'm confused about is normally when municipalities decide they don't need something, we've got to come up with, we've got to use the state surplus laws to get rid of it so that it is fairly disposed of and the taxpayers or ratepayers in our case get a fair amount for it. So I don't know whether the RDC, if there's a separate corporation, they might not have to do that, but if they're a subunit of local government, they might have to follow surplus rules.
So, yeah, and that's what this staff report is saying, is that they may retain some of them as replacements, but then they plan on selling some of them in accordance with the statutory surplus property laws. So essentially surplus sales, yeah.
Okay. That seems like a lot of solar panels.
It's a lot
I
of
don't know
solar
how-
panels.
How big are these, Anybody know?
I've seen them.
State,
solar panels.
yeah.
Like, sorry, maybe 3 by 5, somewhere in there.
Okay,
See it here now, thank you.
that's a lot.
That's a lot of solar panels.
There's no other, we don't have any other need for them? Utilities-wise, any place?
So there were a number of them that were slated to go to Blucher, but unfortunately, they were slated to go in a floodplain, so they could not be installed. So, yeah. No, we've not found a good use for the surplus of solar panels, to answer your question.
And how was it just now, like, how was it not determined that it was in the floodplain? Don't ask, huh? Okay, sorry. We've had a lot of that tonight, I
Yeah.
feel like. How do we ensure that we do get fair market value on these and that our portion does come to us? I think I'm a little uncertain as to that we'll negotiate the appropriate percentage of reimbursement.
So this.
How much did we pay? Like, I don't,
What's our percent
I
and
feel
then
like that's a little vague in here because in the
Mm-hmm.
beginning, we all paid a certain amount. So in an effort to make sure to ensure that we do get our portion of fair market value, and is whatever this RDC commission, I know it's part of the city, but are they going to take a portion of this for managing?
I'm not sure how they're going to do that. I just know that they're going to have regular reporting to us as far as the status and what they're selling and whatever our agreed upon portion is. Just like for background, I think these were the same solar panels that we were storing at Blucher pool for a while. And they became essentially a nuisance there. And now they are at the Bunger and Robertson building and have, impeded progress there as well. So I think really the RDC managing what to do about this large amount of solar panels, while we will see our portion of whatever they sell, is really a service to us to figure out what to do with these solar panels. It has been an ongoing conversation. What are we going to do with these solar panels? Who's going to do what with them?
And they're old, they're 8 years old.
And they're old, and they're 8 years old.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's a really important question. These are pretty expensive, and I'd have trouble voting for this without having that information on what they're doing. So I'd like to suggest tabling this until we can get more information on how this sale or distribution is going to take place.
I think that's a good motion if you want to make it.
I did.
But I'll second the tabling, and do we discuss after tabling? I can't remember.
I just have one further question. Who's paying for the storage at Bunger Robertson
The city owns
of
the
the
building.
supplies? Oh, the city owns so we're
Yeah,
not,
because they bought it for convention center expansion.
Okay.
Well, it's really supposed to be where the hotel sits.
but, so we're not paying, so nobody's, this is city, okay, that was my final question. Thank you.
So I would like to see in the revised, more information is what is our percentage with these partnerships?
All right,
Thank you.
sounds good.
Because normally, what concerns me here is normally when we do surplus, it's because we've used it till it's beat up and done, and it's okay to get rid of it, but this stuff's never been hooked up to anything. It's like letting a brand-new dump truck sit at Blucher Pool for several years and then decide, no, we really didn't need that. We'll just figure out a way to offload it. Wow. I mean, there might even be some productive ways to use this, partnership with another, if we did it with another public entity, we wouldn't necessarily, I think there's a way to transfer this stuff to another public entity without doing surplus. And maybe get better public benefit out of it.
If they're using the same product that was from,
Yeah, I don't know, you
No.
know, but
but yes, I
it's
see.
worth a couple of weeks to take a look at, I think.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second to table this, and we'll seek some more information. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, say nay. Okay, that motion is approved. We will table that and look forward to hearing more in a couple weeks. Next, we have,
Sorry.
I think we had a new packet that didn't come out
Oh, I'm
today.
sorry, I might have missed
I'm
it.
assuming. Request approval of first change order for Public Works agreement with Kreider and Kreider. Kevin White, yes, you
Okay, 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 thank you.
Hey, Kevin White, Capital Projects Coordinator. Seeking approval of change order number 1 with Kreider and Kreider. This will increase the overall cost of the contract by $12,927.73. That part is related to the use of flaggers to maintain traffic. We'd originally set up an MOT with boards, road closed signs, and the public were just not paying attention to that, and it got pretty dangerous pretty quick. And so we implemented flaggers on that job site. So that's what that change is. And then in addition to the monetary change, Kreider's asking for 45 calendar days to be added to the contract. That's related to the fiber box installation conflict. There was a fiber box that had been installed in the wrong spot, which happened to be right in the area that we needed to work to begin this project. And so it took a little bit of back and forth between Chris Wheeler and the M Street Fiber, but we got that resolved, and the project is now about halfway complete. Happy to answer any questions.
Yeah, thanks. I'm assuming that when a contract is as big as $1.5 million, that there are always, like, this was over, this was under, this, for $12,000 to $1.5 million just seems like that's just part of the changes of doing business. So I'm wondering why such a small amount got added to such a big contract.
Very good question. This is funded through the READY grant process, though. So the Regional Economic Acceleration and Development Initiative was overall funding this. So we had very limited contingency built into this project. So for any of our own CBU projects, we would hopefully not be here in this instance, but given that it was grant funded, that's why we're here today.
Thank you for that.
It doesn't remind me, again, it's not in the text, it's in the packet, but where are the extra flaggers needed, location?
It was on South Rogers, basically in front of is that the community kitchen? I believe right there, so south of
Right by the warehouse.
doctors, yeah, right in front of the warehouse,
Which, are we doing water or sewer there?
sewer.
Okay.
We're increasing the diameter of the sewer pipe. Started in South Rogers, and we're kind of going over, we'll be heading north, splitting the Social Security building on our west and the Dermatology Center on our east, going up to just south of Grimes and cutting over west to Fairview Street, which is the other entrance to Catalent right there. So that
Great.
work should not include getting into Grimes, so I'm really hoping that there's no additional MOT adjustments.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions for Kevin?
All right, I move we approve the change order number 1 to the Kreider and Kreider contract.
Second.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Request is approved. Thank you.
Thank you.
Item 8, request approval of First Amendment to agreement for on-call SCADA services with Control Freaks Consulting LLC. Catherine Zager.
Yes, we're requesting an amendment to the contract to increase the NTE by an additional $15,000 for a new annual NTE of $40,000. This is for on-call service agreements for all of our SCADA services. Happy to take questions.
Any questions for Kat?
All right, I move approval of the on-call agreement with Control Freaks for SCADA services.
Second.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Request is approved. Thank you. Moving on, old business. Any old business from the board? Old business from staff?
I just got one. They were asking about how much proceeds we've gotten from our surplus auctions. We've gotten about $140,000 this year. So, yep.
Thank you.
To pay for a vehicle being fixed. Did I say that out loud? New business. Any new business from the board?
I never know whether to say it now or petitions and communications, but I just wanted to say thank you to our folks who've been working out in the cold overnight, overtime, outside. I know that there's been a lot of breaks or projects where we're trying to least inconvenience our drivers out in the community, and so just thank you to our crews that are out there, especially in this cold week. I'm sure unfortunately there's going to be extra breaks, and so thank you for your dedication to our community.
Thank you. Any other new business from the board? Is this an appropriate time to bring up the,
Yeah,
okay,
go for it.
what's it called?
Administrative.
Administrative?
Committee? Is that what you're talking about?
We need to have, sorry. We were talking about needing to have an administrative meeting based on the roles of the board next year. So,
And I think I don't recall, but I think I chair that one.
Let's see.
Or you're the chair? Okay, good. Okay, good.
Molly's like,
I'm gonna see if I
I've
can.
only had one meeting.
You're the alternate.
I'm the alternate?
Yes.
Good, okay, good.
Stuart Parmenter and Deborah.
Don't we have it already on the calendar?
Oh, great.
I think for which meeting?
15.
15th, okay.
well, we have,
At
4:45.
4:45.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't have to be there.
That's a reminder for everyone.
okay. Fair enough. New business from staff? Subcommittee reports. Mr. Sherman?
Yeah, we had a finance subcommittee meeting prior to this meeting. There was one item on the agenda that involved fleet maintenance rates. The board had questions for a while now about whether CBU was getting fair return for the amount that we were paying for fleet maintenance. Some data were presented. There were some estimates made, just research-only estimates for what seemed like obvious and necessary repairs to vehicles, and that amount was about $137,000, whereas the cost to CBU for the year was $846,000. And while that sounds like a big difference, it's not comparing apples to apples. And so we had a presentation by Adam Wason, who's the head of Public Works for the city, and he tried to explain all of the costs that go into the $846,000. And it's very complicated and difficult to digest. And the bottom line is that we will continue to pursue what we're paying and what we're getting, and we will have more meetings and presentations in the future, but this was a good first step.
Good report.
Thank you. I'd also like to add that a thank you to Matt and Kat for doing all the legwork on getting those numbers. And thank you to Adam and Gretchen for being available and transparent, and looking forward to further conversations on this. So thank you all. Staff reports.
None today.
Wow. Petitions and communications. Any petitions and communications from the public? What's going on here? Hearing none, do we have a motion to adjourn?
I move we adjourn.